The gods of broadcast were in their heavens. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox was not even in existence yet. CNN had begun, but was kind of a, second tier, third tier entity. So I came in, and what I was told by almost everybody from then on, and when I moved to Berlin, I got to know all of the correspondents for all the metros. There were a dozen reporters from a dozen metro papers in Berlin covering that story alone. When I moved there, I would go to dinner parties, Los Angeles Times, Miami Herald, Des Moines Register, Dallas Morning News, Boston Globe, in addition to the Times, the Post, the Christian Science Monitor, all those people were there. So, and they all told me, kid, you missed it. You missed it. This is good, but it's all ending. And in our time there, 90 to 95 in Berlin, I saw each one of those bureaus close, except for the Times. I think even the Post was still there when I left, run by Rick Atkinson, who's now a famous historian of American military historian. So I saw that transition, and it was like, okay, so the period of the great metros is over. I went back to New York to work for U.S. News and World Report, covering pop culture, business, Holocaust restitution efforts, kind of you name it, from the Northeast. The Steve Forbes presidential campaign, if anybody remembers that.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
So within 5 years, the news weeklies were on the ropes, and it was kind of clear to me there's not a future in this medium anymore. So I had a friend who was in broadcast, and he said, "Come on over, the water's fine." And
so John, that's later 90s?
99. So 99, I left U.S. News and World Report right when John F. Kennedy Jr. died. I'd written 2 stories about the Kennedy family. I tried to interview JFK Jr. I ended up doing a documentary for him 2 decades later for A&E. But that's when I left. And at that point, I met with Walter Isaacson at Time, and he was just like, look, you can see for yourself, this is not a growth industry. So I had a friend at NBC who was at Dateline, and he said, maybe think about 60 Minutes, because they're sort of the last place that still wants print journalism. So that began my career in broadcast and the visual media. And so all this keeps on going to the point now where you look at what's happening at 60 Minutes, and you look what kind of pressure they're under, and you look at how their numbers over the last couple of decades since I was there have kept shrinking. Although I will say 60 is still really successful and has held its audience better than any other place.